Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, hey, Stacey Rasky here. Excited to bring this morning's beautiful insights around how to simplify your why. And the reason this is so important is I constantly hear from people all the time, right? This idea of I'm called for so much more. I have this purpose. I have this power and potential that is waiting to be unleashed. And I just don't know what that looks like, right? We just overcomplicate purpose, potential, and our why way too much. So I was at an event over the weekend. It was an absolutely amazing event with some people that I absolutely love and adore. And met a ton of new people. And my friend, he dropped this amazing bomb that simplified it in a way that just blew my mind. And that's why I was like, okay, I have to share this. And I started typing this out in copy. And I was like, nope, this has to be alive. This has to be alive. So before I get into what this is, the key is understanding the difference between purpose and why. I mean, I think a lot of times we assume that we know the difference, but not so much. One is how, one is why you're doing it. So the deeper, bigger drive, the fulfillment piece. The why is way more powerful than the how, because the why is what's going to be able to pull you through when shit's not working out, when things aren't going your way, when the inner critic starts going crazy, when the naysayers are like, you can't do that, right? And this doesn't matter how far we are into our journey, right? I hear this exact same story from multi-million dollar earning serial entrepreneurs where they've achieved all of their goals and now they're like, now what's next, right? I mean, drop that in the comments if you're like, oh my god, I have totally had that experience. What's next? And I mean, we can do it even on the smaller scale. Like, oh, okay, well, I set out for all of my goals this year and got them all. Now what? If you know what I'm saying. But especially at those higher levels, even, because a lot of times we go into this journey not being as dialed in on the bigger why than we realize, and especially the purpose. I can tell you, I know so many multi-million dollar earning entrepreneurs who are extremely successful at what they do, and they fell into it for really a lack of a better term is by accident, and it does not light them up. They are not passionate about it. It's just a stepping stone along the way. So if you're like, yep, there you go, I'm doing something that is creating financial success, but this is not my passion, my purpose, or my why, that gets me excited to get up in the morning and really, serve at the highest level. So what is this statement? This statement that was said: millionaires solve problems, billionaires change the world. That is the simplest explanation of connecting to the deeper why to create success and impact. None of that had to do with money. None of them are focused on money. It's, am I passionate about solving this particular problem, whether this is, a business problem, a personal problem, a social cause problem, impact, whatever that problem is, that's where they will land. However, if our why is even bigger, where we're truly called to change the world, there is a scale, there's a magnanimity to that that's amazing, and that can really pull us through when like I said, when shit's not working out. So the And the cool thing is too, like if you're in that place of your why is truly changing the world, and that is that billionaire mindset, that billionaire deeper motivation. Well, of course, you're going to earn on the back end, right? All of the money is going to come in. You're going to earn at least millions, if not billions, in that process. And it opens us up to all of those additional opportunities. But we've got to connect to something bigger in that way. Now, working backwards, the purpose, the how that manifests, the problem solving or the change the world, that's that inner work that you've got to get to know yourself and really unlock what you personally are really excited about, really passionate about. So it's connection between the inner passion, that fire that's burning, and that bigger, super simple why. Bridging the gap between those two steps allows you to clarify the how. What does that look like? What is that? What's next for you? Because it's different for everybody. So if what you're doing is either not lighting you up in the biggest way, right? The passion is just not there. It might be earning you millions of dollars because you're solving a problem, but you're not super excited about it, or you're in that place of like, all right, now what? I got everything I wanted. Now what? What do I do? It's time to connect to that bigger why and unlock that deeper passion, that deeper fire, what you're called to do in the world, who you're called to be in the world. And then the how will unfold, what your purpose, your bigger purpose looks like. But you've got to have that piece of the why. Are you here to solve the problems, or are you here to save or change the world, right? Because like I said, millionaires solve problems, billionaires change the world. And the money simply follows. So how will you bridge the gap? So you've got to take that time to do that inner work, to really get to know yourself and what you're passionate about. Know that bigger, really clear, super simple why. And then the purpose, which is the how, will fill in the gap. So I would love to hear from you. What is your why between those options? How are you here to impact the world? And what is that deeper fire that is burning for that next level of impact for you? It's a very important piece, because creating effortless success, massive impact, and most importantly, the next level of freedom and fulfillment that you truly desire in creating that larger scale impact in the world is an internal game. You've got to step into being that version of yourself, the identity of that leader you're called to be first, in order to allow all of that to unfold quickly and effortlessly. And I always throw in the caveat, right? Effortless success still requires effort. It's not without putting in the work. It's the right effort. We're putting in the right amount of work by doing the inner work. We're the only ones who are slowing down our success. So, like I said, I would love to hear from you. What is your bigger why between those two options? What is that deeper fire, that passion you're feeling burning inside? And do you have the clarity on how to bridge that gap with the how of your purpose? Sometimes you're like, nope, here we go. I totally know what that is. And then it's just the how of the implementation. And who do you need to call into your world to allow that journey to be easier and faster than we think it is? And of course, if you've been following me for a little bit, you know we're coming up to closing the doors on February 1st on ticket sales for my upcoming event, that Influential Impact, right here in Tampa, February 18th and 19th. This is the work we'll be doing over 2 days, really clarifying that next level for you, the passion, the purpose, the why, and your step-by-step pathway to that level of impact in the world, especially in 2022. So if you've got really big, lofty goals and you know you've got to step into that next level of you, the version of you you're called to be, to allow that to happen, this is the place to do it over 2 days. Experiences, exercises, deep dive, community, and a powerful lineup of speakers. So on Instagram, the link's in my bio. And for those of you on all the other platforms, I will put the banner up. It is vipstacy.com/impact. So like I said, let me know, what is that bigger why from those two options? What's that passion burning inside of you? And do you already know that how on what the purpose is, that pathway to get you from passion to that high level of impact that you're called to make in the world? All right. Have an amazing day. And remember, as always, you are enough. I'll see you soon. Close that down. Yes.